Hello. I got it first. I win. I'm in studio.
He's hosting. Kyron's hosting now. That's it. It's decided. Come on, Kyron.
You look like you're gonna fucking kill someone.
That's the money shot.
Money shot.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. This is where we talk about stuff and things that we like and care about. Today, I'm Kyron Johnston, but just today. And then there's Nathaniel to my left, and then Dean Kaminsky, and then my brother Keena, who looks dumbfounded.
He didn't let us say anything. He's just like, that's that person, that's that person, that's that one.
Alright, we're done here. Goodbye.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
I'm gonna go win some more Mario
Thanks for
Kart.
listening. What's the Amalgam Show about, Kyron?
I already said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stuff and
I did
things.
all the things.
He did the
But,
original
and now
intro.
some housekeeping. Keena, take over, because
Housekeeping.
I haven't done this before.
Then why'd you start hosting?
Wait. Housekeeping.
What's that? Housekeeping.
You can't host.
Okay, some housekeeping. Watch our shit and stuff, and also give us money on
Hey,
Patreon.
yeah, we got that
at
Patreon up.
Amalgam Show. No, the Amalgam Show.
Amalgam's how?
You do realize you have a mic too.
You don't realise that? Keena, you're in a safe place.
What's our Patreon, Keena?
Patreon.com/Amalgam Show.
There we go.
There we go, thank you.
See, I didn't remember that either. So.
Or just look up Amalgam Show.
That's the first I've heard
And then-
of it, so.
Oh, that's true. Were you here? You weren't here last
I
week.
wasn't here last week.
All
I
right.
was
So
in
we've got
Hong
our own RSS feed now on Patreon.
So we are
So I
a
did.
legitimate podcast
If you give us
instead of
$1 a month.
YouTube.
The selling point, we're cheaper than YouTube Red. So if you don't care about every other thing on YouTube Red, and you only care about us, we're cheaper than YouTube Red. Keena's like,
Even
fuck
then,
yeah,
that's
I'm proud of that one.
It's a bit more expensive. A bit too expensive. Oh, so.
If you're poor and you need entertainment...
Okay, Nathaniel.
Nope.
No? We don't do that anymore?
No, we do.
We do. You've missed stuff.
What have you missed?
Oh, what other stuff? You can pull that face, but it doesn't translate to audio, sir.
I think it does.
What have we missed? What are you doing?
The silence speaks many words.
I mean, you don't even have the script out of, like, previous ones.
Yeah, usually you do, like...
I do, but I didn't have time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell. And
Isn't that an outro?
No, it's also an intro. And
You
you've
say
asked
that
us
every
before.
week.
You asked us like at least every 3 times you do the show.
I put patreon.com/amalgam shoe, and that's...
Don't you love those amalgam shoes?
Amalgam Chews.
It's a thing?
We're gonna make that a fucking merchandise.
Yes. So,
If you have any questions for the show, please email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com and then comment below if you have any questions.
thanks.
Kyron shouldn't be the host.
No, I shouldn't be.
If you're wondering why Kyron took over, it's because he's here in-house.
Yeah, I
That's
already
'cause
said
he's
that
here.
at the
Yeah,
start.
but like, no, you just said you're here, which means that can mean anything.
I said I'm in the studio.
Anyway, Kyron and Keena went and did something very interesting.
We fucking want to kill each other now.
Yeah.
They went away to
Civil War.
Sydney, and it's been fucking cold, hasn't it, boys?
Fucking oath, yes!
Yes, I've lost 3 fingers.
So I guess
To frostbite.
I guess last time
What a
Keena
testicles.
might have mentioned that they were going away to see the Kingdom
I
Hearts.
don't remember mentioning
Orchestra.
it, but I could
Well,
I think you said that you may not be here.
Yes.
And you said you're going to Sydney for something. I don't know. if
I
you
just want to
actually
quickly point out, all the founders are in the same
We
room
are,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad Shannon can't make it. Shannon can't
Yeah.
make it today.
we got rid of
did
that
not
DLC
say-
trash.
Oh, should we make this our anniversary podcast?
Oh, we probably should.
So remember turn 1 like 3 months ago.
Did we?
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, because we had our first podcast just before E3 last year. And we did it on Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Not actually 3 months ago, that was an exaggeration, but yeah.
Probably a month ago.
Definitely happened. Yeah.
So yeah, we went to Sydney. And it's not a good city.
Dude, you see that cello?
Yeah, we saw
At least 10
You
number
cellos.
of like.
see that triangle?
There was actually a triangle there.
Just one.
Was?
Yeah, there was. There was a dude going absolutely ham on one of those tambourines and the triangle. He was going bang to that fucking triangle.
It's like, I gotta make everybody hear this Sydney Opera House.
Like,
Shit.
if you're gonna
We gotta
be
pay
in
for
a
it.
fucking symphony and you're playing the triangle, You're a joke, so you gotta own that. And he owned it. And he stole the spotlight for his one bang!
His parents must hate him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's part of this orchestra. It's like, oh, what are you playing? It's like, the triangle.
I play the triangle and the tambourine.
Two most useless instruments.
To be fair, I feel like if you're in
six-year-old
an
can play
orchestra
it.
playing that, you're living a life all right because you only got to play the triangle and the tambourine, and you're probably getting paid
but
quite a
he's-
bit of money.
No one else
It's
will
like,
do
he's
that.
like
Yeah.
that kid in music class that sits up the back and he's like, yeah, good.
My
hey."
parents forced me to do this. I just got to hit the triangle every 4 beats.
I'm just here because I have to be. I'm sorry.
So to explain, we went to the Sydney Opera House, which is in Sydney, Australia, which is in the Southern Hemisphere.
Everyone knows where it is. It's the only thing people know
Hemisphere
about
of what
Australia.
planet, Keena?
Mars.
Oh, you're wrong.
Obviously.
You're an idiot. Fucking idiot. Can't go to Mars yet. Elon's working on it. Oh.
But yeah, no.
And then, so yeah, we
Oh no, it's
saw
okay.
the
I wasn't.
We saw the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra,
Yeah?
which covers all the music from the first game to the third
Can I
game.
tell you the story? Does it explain the story in deep detail?
Yeah,
No,
not gonna
nothing
lie.
does.
Not gonna lie.
Nothing
I found
does.
out that's why you were there tonight, and I was like, that's fucking stupid. Really? I was like,
I'm sure
Like,
they had
if I-
told you before, but you were just like,
I
oh
mean-
yeah, whatever.
I mean, maybe.
And then
That's how
tonight
much
you're
I
like,
cared
wait,
about
they
it.
actually did that?
I was just like, you know, as much as I love some games, I wouldn't love the soundtrack enough to go and see it.
And then to that, I
Because you're
said, this is
playing games with
Kyron and Keena,
soundtracks.
and this is also Kingdom Hearts in the Opera House. And you're like, oh yeah, fair enough, I guess. But, so Kingdom Hearts,
It was good.
yeah?
Yeah.
Like if the orchestra was playing Star Wars, I wouldn't go see it.
Really?
Well, obviously I would,
Yeah.
because I know what Star
Like
Wars
maybe if it
Orchestra
was
sounds
free, but
like.
I wouldn't travel from Brisbane to Sydney to then go and see the orchestra.
Would you travel from Roma to Sydney?
You uncultured swine!
No, if you went the extra step.
Sorry.
Bloodbuster's rising. I only see red.
See, I don't think I'd go like only for Star Wars. I would go to a John Williams orchestra.
Who's John?
John Williams has done such schools such as Star Wars, Superman, Jurassic Park,
You fucking idiot.
Welcome to
I mean,
I had no idea.
Harry Potter.
I knew who he was, but probably most definitely the audience didn't.
Yeah, some of us don't go and watch orchestras in our spare time.
I mean, I would. If I
My,
had the
my
money.
time wasn't spare. I got holidays.
You nerds. Oh, well, that's even worse.
No, I got paid.
Yeah, but then you paid them.
No, I didn't. I didn't pay them. My mum did.
Because she's
what?
like, Keena can't go not in the big wide world.
Wait, so did Keena pay?
I paid for the tickets. No, for the one ticket, and my mum paid for the other one for his birthday.
Yeah.
And then
And then?
He paid for both the flights,
I did.
which I'm to pay back at a later date.
So you will pay.
I will pay for flights.
Dad's on those haters. When he gets his holiday pay, he'll pay him back.
When I get my tax return.
Oh, man.
That's-
Wait, I'm so keen.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about tax and finances on this podcast, please.
That's the type of podcast we are. We're talking about our taxes.
So tell us about Sydney as a whole. What did you
I want to keep talking about the orchestra.
Okay.
yes, it is a hole.
It's a dank pit.
So it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is, it's the album.
Yeah.
You can buy the album beforehand.
Which he did.
Yeah. Which.
There's a story there.
Oh fuck yeah!
Okay. So we walked up the steps, we saw the merch stand, and we were like, lit. And we walked up, we grabbed an order form, and then Keena's like, I wish they had pens. So I walked up and grabbed a pen, gave it to Keena, and he was like, tick tick, paid it.
I got
And
a CD and like a booklet thing that came with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, what did the booklet have in it? It had
It's
the...
got like interviews. It's got like a bit of like canon conversation.
Canon.
Yeah.
Orchestra canon.
Yeah, the orchestra's canon.
They had a canon in the orchestra? Oh, now I know where you went.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And it's got mainly just a bunch of interviews.
It was just Africa.
And,
You fucking would. You'd go to an orchestra to then buy a booklet with interview dialogues. You fucking nerd.
I mean, like,
he didn't even buy the cool stuff. There was like a
Podcasts
chief,
are not
like
as
there was like
bad.
a chief conductor keyblade, so it was just like
Oh,
about
that
that
sounds
long and about like really thin, and it was just like a conductor stick, but it was a
like It
keyblade,
was a keyblade.
and that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
But like,
I didn't get it.
it was also kind of really expensive.
It was like
It
$80.
it was like $80 for like
What was it made of?
metal.
Okay.
but that's still not
finish
cool.
No, I know.
Finish the story.
It's slightly overpriced, but yeah.
So yeah, we rock up, we do that.
We order
He
it.
chucks it in, he pays for it, and as I realise that someone looked at me funny when I just picked up the paper and the pen, and turned around and gave it to my brother, and then we were like, okay, what? Like, I was like, whatever. They probably just looked at me funny because I was wearing a suit and basically no one else was.
You were wearing a suit?
I was wearing a suit, yeah.
Because you were going to the orchestra.
It's a Sydney
Yeah,
Opera House.
It's a Sydney Opera House.
But a lot of people
no
were
one
just.
else was.
No,
but
there was
a
heaps
lot-
of other people.
there
But a lot
was
of people
like-
were in like cosplays and like.
There was about like maybe 3% of people were in suits.
3% of people also just in like t-shirt, shorts. Like that's just bad.
It was
What was the
yeah,
other 94%?
cosplay.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Lord.
And then
Fucking
yeah,
nerds.
so we bought that, and then we just kind of started walking down, and then we realized there was this giant line.
Giant fucking
It went on for legitimately about
200 meters.
200 meters. It stretched from the front half of the Sydney Opera House to the back half. And we just rocked up and did that. There were like and then as we were walking, I was like, "Oh, that's
What are the people lining up for? I'm like, oh, that's the merch line. Oh shit, we cut. Oh shit.
And then, like, as we're walking, we're like, "Oh shit, we cut! Oh shit, we cut! Ah!"
Like there were just so many people. It was so fucking.
To be fair, that's a pretty smart move on your part. I mean, did you really get punished for it?
No, we didn't.
Nothing
Like,
happened.
shit, I rocked up and I was like, just cut through a bunch of people that were
We
like.
didn't really cut. It was like it looked like
It looked like there was so it looked like there was a bunch of people waiting for their order to be brought to them, and they were just kind of standing back away from the bench. So I was like, and just walked, like weaved between
kind of
them.
looked like a bar, like near
Like-
how bars are. There's like kind of just not a lot of people there, but there is, but like there was.
But like they climbed. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's enough room for you to like without being rude, just weave
Push
through
your way
them.
past. Yeah.
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 And I did that, and then this chick that was next to me just was like, gave me the eyes of like, you shit cunt. And I was like,
2020
and I
hindsight.
looked her in the eye and just smiled. I was just like, gave her a nod, and it was just like, hey. And she was just like, and I was like, I wonder what her problem is. She walking away.
After you smiled and looked at her, she was probably like, "Oh, it's okay. He's just retarded."
I was thinking that.
Oh,
So yeah, we felt super guilty after it.
I mean, I didn't feel guilty because I didn't pay for it. I didn't buy anything. I just enabled them to pushing in.
They're like, these two fucking losers pushed in with their suits and they just decide to fill in their
But
form.
because
It's
the-
got beat
the-
up by a bunch of people in cosplay.
You know, the best thing about
wailed on
being
with
at
keyblades.
the best thing about being at a Kingdom Hearts orchestra is people like Keena, hardcore nerds. They are too afraid of confrontation, so they won't say shit when you do cut in front of about 300 people.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. The type of people that would have been at that thing, they would have been like, oh, my fucking high
that's
school bullies are
shitty.
here.
Oh, that's shitty.
yeah. So yeah.
Probably like ruined someone's like hour.
Turns out there's
That
like,
guy's a heartless.
there's like a 6-year-old right at the end of the line, and he couldn't get it because you took his form.
And I did, like, there was, like, a lot of people. So there was the merch line, and there was just, like, this clogged stream trying
What's
to
an
get...
estimate of how many people there were?
Oh, the Sydney Opera, like, it was about, like, the area we were in, there wasn't a
How many
lot
did you
of...
cut in front of?
Oh, in line?
Easily 200.
Easily at least 200. So I'm thinking about, like, 300 people, because it was, like...
I'd say about 50
So it was
of
a
them probably
line
saw you
about
do it too.
as thick from like the wall to where this table is. Like the edge here was just people thick.
We find
in
out
a
that
line
everybody who
for about
was in that
200
line
meters.
Listen to this podcast, and then they'll just like boycott the fuck out of
One of
it.
them,
I wish
one of
we
them
got
fucking
those
sees it,
numbers.
And they just keep like throwing it to people. They're like, it's the fucking guys. These are the assholes.
That's how we get big. It's because you guys were assholes.
The thing is, like, you can order all that merch online. Like, they give you a thing at like, the list. Like, say if you didn't get it so you can just go online and get it. The only thing you can't get is the album itself. You get all the other merch except for the album.
which is just a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt, it's the
The
key,
book
it's the book,
and the
it's
key.
the, like, wallet thingy, the wallet
There
protector.
was a wallet?
Yeah.
A wallet protector.
Protector, yeah. Which I don't even know what that is.
To protect from what?
Do you mean the RFID
Do they need a, like-
scan protect thing?
Do
It's
they
like
need
a
to protect,
security
like,
wallet.
their
I don't
Velcro from getting caught? Like,
I don't know.
They need to protect the $20 that their mom gave.
Probably a security wallet, not a wallet protector.
Okay, well,
It's like a plastic sleeve.
either way,
Little Ziploc bag
I was
with like
like-
Lexus on it.
It's got a picture of a keyblade on the front.
either way, so there was, like, the merch line, which was, quite, like, maybe about a good 4 meters across.
Fucking assholes.
And, like, 200 meters,
God.
like, in length, just weaving around.
And we just walked past
And we just walked past all of them with the merch, and just, like, our faces being like, yeah, and then slowly going, oh, we are back.
Christ.
So then, yeah.
And then,
And we've got
so we got out for the 15-minute break.
And you got bashed.
No. And then as soon as we get out, the line is exactly the same again. It was like, for the 15-minute break, people were like, give us the merch. And we
So
were
you
just
thought, fuck it, let's just push in front again.
no, but I did do something else that was kind of questionable.
Oh, God.
There was this
Was she in a
disabled.
wheelchair?
No, there was this girl in a scooter, and she was like plowing through, just because everyone's getting out of the fucking way.
Right.
So I was just walking behind her, like I was escorting her, because I was like, no one else was really wearing suits, and I was wearing a black suit, white shirt, and like my formal tie, so it's just like navy blue with that
like
strip
when-
through it. So I looked like I was security for the place, because they were wearing the exact same clothes as me. It looked like I was a security escorting this disabled chick, and I was just like, I'm not breaking the straight face, people will know.
To be fair, I do that in like public area, like not like necessarily behind disabled people, but I will follow people who's already made like the
Yeah,
cone.
yeah, the
Yeah.
cone. But
Yeah.
like,
The cone of protection.
yeah. I do follow them.
That's just like me when I get behind an ambulance in traffic.
I was gonna say, like, when you're in peak hour traffic and an ambulance comes through, you just like go up behind him. He's like, do going straight down the center.
So yeah, and then the orchestra itself, it started off with like they played the album, which is like 10 songs I think, and they're quite long. But they start with an extra song.
I feel like I'd get bored. I'd just
Sorry?
sit there and be like, fuck.
oh, okay, so it's not just a symphony.
Yeah.
There
looks like
is
video
a projector where they are projecting cutscenes from the games that fits with the music. So it's not just sitting there watching people.
See, this is why I thought
So
this
it's
was
like
so
watching
boring.
those tribute videos on YouTube.
Pretty much watching AMVs, but like live.
professional AMVs.
Not well edited. Like that was my main thing, is that they weren't really well edited. Like they could have been a lot better, because like there was a bunch
Movie
of
maker for the win.
like, there were some themes that they were using, like Aladdin, but then they would cut to other worlds just because they ran out of like material. Like no, there's still, you can use like Roxas running into Genie and shit like that. Like
I mean, I guess, but that's just you
Yeah.
nerding out about it. I was like, this is cool! Also, they had like weird like tubular lights that were like in a circle, so they were like a donut lights.
Right.
But they were turned off, so they were just clear glass, but from the projection, you could see like the projection inside the tube lights
And where were
the
the
light
lights?
reflecting
The-
like,
okay.
above the
above the
orchestra.
stage.
Oh.
So it was just like kind of reflecting off that, and I was like, oh, that's also cool.
completely unintentional.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, it was just me
Fucking
being
awesome.
like, ooh, shiny.
So yeah, and yeah, it started with the first song's instrumental, and then we went to the thing, and then it was the second song's instrumental, and then it went on to
The third song's instrumental.
No, which we did get like bonus. We got a super secret special, which
it just happened 10 times.
we got the Toy Story melody. Nope.
You
Medley,
got Brandon me.
Yeah, it was an
Well,
orchestra.
actually.
But
Yeah.
literally in the like orchestral version. It was fun.
It was nice. And then they did a credit song where the composer of the games came out and played the piano with the rest of the orchestra. Because she'd have been there and like done a couple like thank yous. This is cool, isn't it? And
She came out and she was like,
She's gay.
yeah,
We already made that joke today.
I made it so many times today.
I make it a lot too.
So many
Don't
people
worry.
keep saying they came out. I'm like, well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you being mean?
So yeah, no, she came out and then she was like, hello, welcome to the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra.
Yeah.
I have to speak in Japanese from now on. And then she just did the whole thing in Japanese. And
Obviously, there was a translator, right?
there was a translator with a very, very thick Japanese accent.
And
so
a
it was
loose
still
understanding
hard
of
to
English.
hear. And yeah.
But like they were both reading from scripts.
And they were like, she pointed to the choir and she was like, everybody welcome the chorus. And I was like, it's choir. It's a choir. How do you read from a script and
You
fuck
welcome the
that?
chorus.
But also like, she didn't need to like translate for her. They both
had scripts, yeah.
had scripts. So you could have just Shakespeare'd that shit.
You could have just given it to a person that speaks fluent English, too.
Yeah.
You didn't need a fucking translator.
Well, no, I think they wanted like Yoko Shimomura, the composer, to actually like deliver the thing.
Yeah,
and then like,
I understand that,
yeah.
but rather than needing a translator to then understand what she's saying,
Yeah.
they could have just had someone that
They could have
spoke
had
clear
anyone
English.
else. Yeah, It didn't
to
make too
read
much
the
sense.
fucking scripts.
Yeah, it was weird. That was like another gripe I had with it.
It was just a weird thing. It was it wasn't bad, but like I could understand, but like I know there are a lot of white people being like, what did the little one say?
Why isn't she looking properly?
Jesus.
Is she sleepy?
There's a she can't.
Lord,
She gotta open her eyes if she wants to read the script.
Lord. Anyway, so yeah, the music was really, really good.
It sounded like just like the video game, which is just the highest version that they can do. Because if it sounds just like the video game, they
It's
did
better
it.
than the video game because the old games are all done like not with orchestra. Like they're done like synth. They're synth.
Yeah, but it still sounds like the game,
Yeah,
just orchestrally.
yeah,
So they did their job well.
yeah.
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 Oh, very good. Anything else about your
It's
little
fucking
trip?
cold.
It's a... Yeah.
It was really-
The city's very dirty.
Yeah,
Uber drivers are good.
Sydney
a lot
is
of
like
homeless.
Mm.
A lot.
There
of
are a lot.
Yeah,
But
with
it's
like
the highest for homeless.
with
For
like
capital cities or just in...
I think it's just general.
Because New South Wales has the most people, like, population-wise.
yeah.
Out of all states.
yeah.
I think it's
But,
like
like-
on average.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like in Australia.
Average.
Like,
No, it's
straight
like, it's over Australia. Like, New South Wales has the most
No,
people.
I'm talking about Sydney.
with the
Itself
homeless
is
population.
like the highest, like per population.
Per area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of like
What
I was
area do they
walking
go,
past
though?
and like
Square meter? I don't know.
a lot of the homeless people, and they all have very tragic signs up, like, "Hi, I'm deaf and I can't do
you remember
anything."
when we were in Sydney and that homeless guy came up to us when we were in Hungry Jack's and he was touching all of my games? Because I had my DS out. I was playing my DS. Me and Dean went and just bought a meal and we're just sitting there chilling. He came up and started touching all my games. Like, oh, I remember this. And I'm just like, this is really sad. Dude, here's some money. Go buy a fucking meal and then we'll fucking out of there.
Like, the thing is, though, like, you see the first homeless person, you read their tragic backstory, and it's like, oh, that's really bad, here's some money. And then you get to the second one, like, 2 meters down, you're like, I just gave all my money to that guy, so I fucking...
Yeah, I remember when we got there.
That's what I learned.
And it was like your first encounter with homeless people, really, and you're like, I didn't realize that this sort of like happened this much,
just
especially in
everywhere.
Australia.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you just gotta walk past them because it happens. Like, and you're like, this is really fucking shit. And remember we saw those guys with the dogs, and we're just like, fuck.
Yeah, the dogs were the hard
Yeah,
ones.
I saw this girl who was deaf, and I could see they just had like crumbs of like a tobacco pouch left. So I got out cigarettes and I was like walking up to them, and then Keena came out of there. They made eye contact with me, I made eye contact with them, and then I was just like had like 4 ciggies in my hand, and she just kind of looked at me and was like, don't want that. And I was like, huh. Well, Keena's coming out now, so I'm putting them away and walking away very quickly because that's very awkward to like offer something to a homeless person. They're like,
and they say they don't want it.
no, that she can't say anything.
Well,
She's
yeah,
deaf.
like-
but their face is just like, not money, no. And I was like, fucking, let's go. And then we had donuts, Krispy Kremes.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Very.
Yeah. Then we had donuts.
We're singers, so we celebrate it.
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't recommend going there unless you're going to like the Opera House. The Opera House itself is really cool. I like it.
Yeah? I mean, I wouldn't go there just for the Opera
We
House.
kind of did.
No, but like, okay, are you saying go there to see something performed in the Opera House?
Oh,
okay.
just like rock up and you look around like, cool! And then like
Well, you gotta be specific.
If you
'cause
guys
you
are
go-
around the Opera House during the day, there's usually a lot of really cool activities around the Opera House. I can remember
Yeah, like
last time
freezing
I
to
was
death.
there- Last time I was there was a...
It's quite cool.
A Lego thing. Like
Cool.
a big Lego building tournament. There's a bunch of shit there. Did you guys end up seeing Luna Park or anything like that?
We saw it, we didn't go in.
Okay. Did you
Once I
see-
found out it was an amusement park, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. It's not very good, as far as I've heard. There's also a Luna Park in Melbourne that no one talks about. It's not in the city, I think that's
Oh,
why it's not
nice.
really talked about.
It's weird that like there's all these like weird amusement parks that aren't on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of amusement parks in Sydney and in Melbourne, and I think there's even some in Canberra, and there's one in like most capital cities,
But no one
but
cares
no one
about
really
them.
thinks or cares about them because they're not really that great. Like the ones on the Gold Coast, obviously there's going to be a lot of people because there's a huge area for tourism,
Well, are they really like
terrorism.
theme parks, or are they just
Amusement
mainstay carnivals?
They're theme parks, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't say theme parks actually, and I wouldn't say carnivals. I would sort of say, yeah, amusement parks. I'd say
yeah.
they're like. They don't have a theme, definitely.
Yeah.
They're just sort of like, oh, this is a water park, or this one has a merry-go-round. And they're all basically the same as Aussie World.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
another place
So
I've never
The
been.
one how it's like, okay, yep, that's a place.
But why is it a place?
I never think about it. Like, I would love to go back there one day because
It's for tourists.
just because of my like
literally all it is.
nostalgia reasons. And I went there when I was a kid.
What, Aussie World?
Yeah, but there's nothing at Aussie World that's like, yeah, I want to go on that because most of them look like rickety structures.
Oh, didn't they get rid of the fucking Scooby-Doo ride at Movie World?
It's now Batman Arkham.
I think
yeah.
it's
What? They already had an Arkham ride. That was Lethal
no,
Weapon.
they got rid of Lethal Weapon.
Lethal
for that.
Weapon turned
Oh,
into
okay.
Arkham.
Scooby-Doo
Where are
went
you?
through cinematic enhancements. I don't know what it's like now, but at some point they took out a bunch of stuff for a convention they went to or something.
I just remember we went there and at one point, like, the whole ride is just fucking, it's nothing because it's for children.
Yeah. So
And we went through it and there was one point where there's big fucking spiders on the side of the wall. And Kyron was in the same car. And the spider jumps out and goes like,
I remember that.
I have an extreme phobia of spiders.
It's like everything was fine up until this fucking spider just jumped out of nowhere.
Like, I am okay going up in an elevator
And then rolling backwards.
and then going backwards,
Heading straight towards axes swinging.
swinging axes at my head. I'm fine. But the second you put a giant, hairy, fake spider lurching out at me, I will piss.
Well, the thing with the Scooby-Doo ride now is that if you were to go on it, I'm not sure what it's like exactly now, but last time I went there, they had nothing but the spider. That was still there. They got rid of everything else. They got rid of the music.
They're like,
They got rid of the
back.
walls. They got rid of Scooby-Doo saying anything. The only things that they had left was the camera that takes photo of you, the themed carts,
Which is horribly
And the
placed,
spider.
by the way. The
Yeah.
fucking camera's
That-
like...
it used to be.
You
Okay,
literally,
so
like,
they got every-
you start the
it
ride,
used to
and
be
then
at
5
the-
meters down, they take a picture of you.
Well-
Nothing's happened yet, so you just... The picture's just
Yeah.
everyone sitting in the car, like...
It was really dumb.
So what's
because
gonna happen?
At the start, this picture used to be where the swinging axes were. But I guess like people who kept on going on it were just like, oh yeah, the axes.
Yeah.
Like they'd seen it before. You only have to go on the ride once
Yeah,
to be
but
like, oh, there.
but like when I went,
So-
it was just
Yeah,
at the start.
it's right at the
It's
start.
like,
We were just like, what the fuck? Why?
you just see this random flash.
There
like,
was-
oh, that was it.
At one point, it was at the swinging axis, and another point is when you go backwards, and another point I went there, it was like right at the end when you go down that last dip that you don't expect.
Yeah.
Because it's all really foggy, you think you're just going to keep going straight ahead.
It's the
but you
same
get-
place those people drowned, isn't it?
What?
Not on that ride specifically, but
No,
that's-
that was Dream World. This is
Yeah.
Movie World.
Yeah.
No deaths there.
No, because
On record.
wasn't it the Looney Tune? Was it Dreamworld?
Yeah, it was Dreamworld.
Yeah, it was the
The
Log ride.
It wasn't the log ride, it was the Gold Rush. It was called the Gold Rush.
Yeah.
It's the one where you were all...
Isn't that Movie World?
No, that's
No.
Dreamworld.
Dream World.
You're thinking Wild Wild West.
Wiki Wiki Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah.
Giant metallic
The
spiders.
Gold Rush was the one where everybody sat around
Yeah.
in like a
Yeah.
barrel sort of looking thing, and that thing tipped.
It capsized.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what happened.
And they got caught in the gears.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
The
that,
fucked up
that's
thing is
what
that there were
happened.
6 people on that ride. 4 of them died, and 2 of them were the adults of the 2 kids that survived, like the parents of the 2 kids that survived it. The other 2 adults, were I think their family friends or uncles and aunties or something,
So the kids
survived.
survived, and the adult.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the fucking.
Yeah, and if the parents weren't in there, the kids would have died because it was the
Yeah.
parents' bodies
Right.
that kept the kids from dying.
Fuck.
That's
Yeah.
Thanks, Mum,
origin.
thanks.
So you
Dad.
you can just imagine the sort of shit that those kids are going to have to go through in later
Yeah.
life. Like, they're just, like, fucked up.
Not to mention the bullying.
Yeah.
Like, they'll go
Oh,
through.
if they get fucking bullied, like people are gonna kill those kids.
Yeah.
Like if
No.
you get bullied for your
People
parents
lose-
dying.
Yeah, that's a common thing.
Yeah, people get...
You're
Like,
like,
just look at
hey,
Batman.
orphan! Hey, fucking orphan!
Yeah, but like if they, I don't know.
Fuck
I
off.
feel like if the teachers see that, they're not gonna be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just kids being kids. It's gonna be like, don't be a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Their parents
There's a
died.
lot.
What if I killed your
you,
parents?
you say that, but I've heard some horror stories.
Yeah, I mean, like, it always
Yeah,
depends on
that'd
the
be-
person. It
yeah,
has
that'd
nothing
be-
to do with
that'd be
their
some
job or
people
anything.
that.
But yeah, that's what happened. It really
That's
sucks.
fucked.
Your parents ruined the happiest
But just-
place in Australia! Fuck
It's not
you!
the happiest place in Australia. That's
Domino's
reserved
is still
for,
going.
that's
BYG's
reserved
still
for
good.
the Valley guys.
Yeah,
Alright?
dude, the Valley's the best. Nah, Valley's only good if you go to Retros and get Long Island iced tea.
No, the Valley.
Oh, have you? did
Yeah, I told him.
Have you seen the pictures and
Yeah, I showed him
videos
the
from
picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, like,
that's a good
The best
night.
place
the
in the Valley
only
for
time
chaplaincy.
I've ever been
Yeah.
to the Valley is when I was depressed.
Yeah,
and then
true.
I went to the Valley and then spent all my money and then
Had less
stopped being drunk and was then more depressed.
See, but the thing, yeah, like
You're
I
fucking up,
Fuck
mate.
the Valley.
I did that too, but after a while, like when I had money accrued and then I went out, like, and you stay drunk and you buy as many drinks as you want and you just fucking go ham on it, it's like it's still shit, but it's.
I remember I went
so much
to
better.
Prohibition the first day I got paid from my new job,
Yeah.
and I just spent money, and then I woke up and I'm like, oh, I really didn't spend that much money. I spent like $200, but to me at that point I'm like, that's not much money.
Yeah.
Whereas back when I first turned 18, I spent $200 and had nothing left
Yeah.
for like
Going
2
to the
weeks.
Valley with like $20, it's like, oh yeah, that's 4 drinks, that'll last me, and it's a shit night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Nowadays, you just go into the Valley.
Do you guys remember when we bought those $20 drinks?
Let's drink. Weren't they 12?
Pretty sure they were
24, actually.
Yeah.
$24 drinks,
That's
but
right.
they
They were-
will.
They were
The
called the
zombies.
Zombie.
And we got fucked. I still don't know where that pub is now. I tried looking for it.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
I don't know.
I've heard about this pub.
I don't know where it was.
I've only-
Like I've tried,
Tales.
like I
Does it
know
still
exactly
exist?
where it was, but every time I go into the building, I think it is. It's not there. I think it might have gotten shut
It
down.
must have been.
I
I
think
d-
it's the building where Treehouse is behind now.
I haven't been to Treehouse. for
Treehouse is a pretty cool place.
Yeah, no, I know where it is. I just haven't been there for ages.
It's
I want to
just.
find a speakeasy.
I think that's what it was, though.
What's
I
a
think it was a
speakeasy?
speakeasy?
Speakeasy,
It's like
a
kinda
bar that's
Hidden.
yeah hidden. It's like it's a bar inside a.
Why is it called a speakeasy?
Because
Just
it's
a name for it.
Just reminds me of like a children's toy.
no, a speakeasy is because back in Prohibition days in America,
Yeah.
you had it was called that because stop being a nuisance. Sorry, Keena was being a child.
How dare you, Keena?
He's gone to the
Seriously.
orchestra to see his video game, and now he's just playing with some toys, alright?
You
Leave him alone.
uncultured swine.
But yeah, it was basically they called it a speakeasy, so the cops weren't. So you could say, "Hey, do you want to go to the speakeasy tonight?" And it was better than saying, "Hey, do you want to go to the pub tonight?" And the cops being like, "You're arrested."
Why would you be arrested?
Because prohibition. Do you know what prohibition is?
Not a clue.
Prohibition is when in America they made alcohol illegal.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
I get it. Prohibit. I get it now.
That's what Prohibition the bar is named after.
During
But they drink. They drink there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the point. Like during the Great Depression, everyone was fucked financially, and then the world was like oh, okay, all drugs, including alcohol, banned, and then I couldn't go to the pub anymore.
That's stupid.
And then, but there was like illegal pubs and shit.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
That's like
Yeah.
the
And
equivalent
there's
of
a,
like...
there's a
happened.
speakeasy in
That's like the
Crowbar.
equivalent
There's
of when a
speakeasy
kid doesn't eat their
behind-
fucking vegetables, so you take their dessert away.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's why it
stupid.
didn't work. That's why it didn't work.
There's a speakeasy behind Irish Murphys. There's a speakeasy behind Black Bear.
Probably.
Okay, shit. That beer tastes like.
Black Bear is not good. You know what's even worse though? Brunswick on Inn.
I've never been in there.
It's
No,
really
it's
bad.
really
Really go to
not
Holy
good.
Moly.
Every time I try to go there, it's shut.
Yeah, well, they have cut off pretty early.
You know what's in
I still wanna
Sydney?
go.
Every fucking corner, every
Every corner's in Sydney.
It's a prostitute!
Holy shit!
Oh, you got hit on by that drag queen in
I remember
Sydney.
that.
We were going into the shopping centre, and this
Every corner.
To be fair,
cross-dresser was like, "Hey, baby," I was like, "Uh-oh, keep walking."
Uh-oh, we're only 50.
to be fair, when Nathaniel was 15, he looked like a
12.
right little twink.
Me and my long hair.
Anyway, you
So like everywhere, more than just the corners, there's like every pub has VIP lounge, and it's just VIP lounge scattered across that entire fucking city
No,
for nothing.
seriously.
That always sounds sketchy to me. In a pub.
Yeah.
VIP lounge. Yeah, what's there? Like, there's got to be something there.
There's a lounge. It's just
literally, it's a closed-off area for you to sit.
yeah. It's
you pay
literally somewhere that you can get where people you just like a waitress comes to your table and then you go, "We want these drinks," and they bring the drinks over.
You know what
Yeah.
I hate?
All it is.
But
How
that's
many
like
times-
every like bar, and there's like a lot of them. In
How
that
many
city.
times have you guys been promised by like a kind of like half random that you've met that you can tell is trying to impress you? They're just like, "Oh, come out with me to the Valley tonight," or like, "Come out with me to a pub tonight. I know these guys, and they can get me this." And then you go there, and then no one knows who the
Once,
fuck they are.
and that wasn't even for me. That was for you guys.
What was that then?
Billy from Gold Coast.
I remember Billy from the Gold Coast.
Oh,
Did you know my name's Billy and I'm from the Gold Coast?
Billy is a female. Just
Never
so you
stated
know.
her name. She was just like, "Hey,
She was
so
like-
when I was in the Gold Coast, it's like, we got it. We fucking know
Yeah,
where
because
you're from."
she's... Yeah, anyway.
Every second word.
She really liked saying
West
that she was
Coast.
from the Gold Coast, but every second word was coast. God.
We didn't put that on a t-shirt.
Basically-
From the Gold Coast.
But basically, she right at the start of the night, she was saying, I want to take you guys to Prohibition. I can get us
No, it
all
was
in
the
for
Met.
free. Oh, that's the Met. That's right. The Met. I'm going to take you guys to the Met, which is the fucking most overrated place in
It
all of
is.
Australia.
It's so bad.
And
Besides,
they're like, we'll get
Sydney.
you in for free. The Met usually costs about $20 to get in.
It's
on
10,
average.
but then you have to pay like an extra 20 to get into VIP.
Oh, really? Because when I went, I
Yeah,
had to pay 20
she
each.
promised us free entry
Yeah,
and free VIP.
free entry to begin with, and then it was like, oh no, I gotta find this one girl and she can get us in for $15. And I was just like,
That ain't
No.
free.
Like,
and I
no.
only had about like $20.
I was like, dude, I don't want to go to the Met. Like, please don't
Met awful.
make
And then
me.
we ended up staying at the Crowbar.
I ended up going to the Met that night. I can't remember how I got in. I don't think I paid.
Didn't you guys go there at the start of the night to pay, and then we fucked off somewhere else again?
Yeah, we paid.
Because we
And
went
then
to
she
some
was-
club and they were like just setting up, and they were like, "Hey, if you stay here for so long, you'll have free entry all night." And it's like, "Oh, okay." And then 5 minutes passed, and we were like, "This is fucking shit. We'll leave. Bye."
We did
Yeah.
end up going to Crowbar though.
Yeah, that's where we
Crowbar.
ended up.
It was good, like jugs.
Yeah. They do have good jugs.
They're cheap.
Yeah.
And they're
It
effective.
was great when we knew the security guard.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What have you guys been up to?
Breath of the Wild and work. That's my life.
Dean?
Driving his new car.
I mean,
Old
that's
news.
old news, yeah.
Have you told them the news?
No.
Tell them the
DLC?
news. He got a what?
Did you get a Switch?
No.
Oh.
It's not.
Keena's like, oh, fuck you then. Like,
Hang on, Mark, why are you talking? No.
You
I'm-
pregnant?
No, thank fuck for that. No, I haven't done my tax return yet, so I haven't got a Switch.
I renew my rego.
No. No, that's not due till May next year, so
Okay,
that's good.
cool.
No, I got a new job. Yeah. It's in the
Where
city.
at? In the city?
Doing?
I'm a sales rep for Telstra, which is, yeah.
Huh.
Connor's
not-
like, oh, you can give me my contract.
It's not where I want to be, but it's a step. So
You're probably gonna see
but
Zach
I have
Harrow.
weekends now, so we don't have to do podcasts as late as we're doing it right now, all the time.
That was my fault.
Yeah, no, I know, but like
This time it was.
usually
All the
it's my
time.
fault, yeah, like 98% of the time it's my
What?
fault.
I said all the time. Like, we always generally record this late, except for last week when we did it at noon.
Yeah, either I'm here and we do it late, or I'm not.
Or you're
here.
queer.
Technically, it's Keena's fault every time because he's the one who started the podcast.
Fuck!
He started it.
If that's even all. But
Every
yeah,
time I have a
so,
problem, I'll be like, look, Keena's your fault.
so yeah, I start that tomorrow, which will be fun.
Cool. Hopefully it doesn't murder you.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. I get 5 weeks of paid training, which is fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
free money.
and I get commission on sales as well. Which
So
is-
do you have an hourly rate and commission? Okay, good.
I get a salary plus commission.
Cool.
So yeah,
Who's it for? Do you know? Or do you want to say?
TSA.
TSA. That's a American Institute. They check your luggage.
There are more abbreviations.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
What's this
I don't
TSA?
fucking know.
Toowoomba Social Association?
Yes, in Brisbane, the Tourism Social Association.
More like Toowong, am I right?
More like Taringa.
Look, I don't know. All I know is I start tomorrow morning.
Trisbane.
But yeah, so that happened.
Why do those all sound like racial slurs?
I think your mind's in the wrong
You're
place.
literally the only person that
Yeah.
ever thought that.
Even through
You
that
Trisbane.
No, not that
Fucking
one.
Brisbane, man.
You Toowong.
lane. No,
Yeah.
you're Taringa. No, you're just weird.
Nah.
You're
Man,
racist.
Toowong is a place, so
Yeah, I think it's not a place, it's a person, a type of person.
people living in Toowong are like, it is. No, you're fake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's the thing. Aldi, I had my last shift at Aldi today, so
yeah.
rip. Got really emotional. No, I didn't. Nah, I've got a dinner.
No more.
You know what's funny?
He can't
Though?
get Chucky
He
Milk.
did come. He came from work to here.
Yeah.
And when he got here, he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't tell you the news. I got a job. It was my last day at Aldi today." I'm like, oh, "Okay." And then I noticed the box cutter was on the thing, and I'm just like stealing it once again. I remember after his first shift, he's like, "Oh fuck, I took that home with me."
Well,
I still got my box cutter
When
from
I
work, and that was like fucking years ago. at
when I
this point.
started working there, they were like, "Oh yeah, just like put your stuff back in your locker, and then like you'll have it for your next shift." I was like, "Cool." And then yeah, like 3 shifts in, I fucking accidentally took the box cutter home, and I was like, "Ah, damn, I'm not meant to do that." And then I left it at home, so I had to get a second one. I've now got like 4 different knives, and yeah. But yeah, I asked them. I was like, "Oh, do you need me to return anything?" They're like, "No, just give us your keys, and yeah, that'll be it." And I was like, "Cool."
Can we
keep that
set up
sweet
at the
Aldi
$4 tier that we send them box cutters?
No, that's
From
Two box cutters.
A patron.
Oh.
That's illegal. You can't
It
send
is?
knives in the mail.
Only if they're under 18.
I mean, we can take the blade out.
I mean,
What's the point then?
you just
They can buy their own blade. It's only a razor.
yeah. You just want the official Aldi business.
I mean, it doesn't say Aldi. It's the Easy Cut 2000.
The Easy Cut 2000.
I
Just
know.
a regular knife
I
with a
know.
button.
It sounds really fucking funny.
Well, that's a lot of damage.
That just reminds me of something you'd see on South Park.
2,000?
What was the 1,000?
No, I'm just thinking whether
PSP 1000.
1,999 other models before this one came out.
It's like
They're
2.0 decimal. So there's probably a 1,000.
But it has better camera specs
Than
than the 1,999, yeah?
This one's 64 gigabyte. You fit a lot of damage in that, baby.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't think we can sell that. Yeah.
Detonation.
Yeah.
I've only got 4. So we're selling them at $4.
We'll be lucky
That's
if we get
$16.
$1.
So yeah, no, that's happening.
How long do you want to spend at your next job? Since how you're saying it's a stopgap.
No more than like 18 months.
Yeah.
But
A stopgap to what?
sorry.
Something better.
Something
A
better.
stopgap to what? Like, are you
To
planning
something
to
where
like?
I'm actually doing IT.
Oh, okay. So
I wanna-
are you planning on moving further into Telstra or away from Telstra?
Apparently, there's a lot of IT opportunities. So depending on what they have on offer there,
Yeah.
it'll either be towards Telstra or not. I don't want to be taking calls from people who are like, I can't open my email, because that's just going to make me want to kill myself.
Yeah.
But I want to be
Oh my
like,
god.
like if I can like be a part of an IT team for a certain company,
Yeah.
like if they need, like if someone's emails aren't working in an office building and I go from like my office to the third
So
floor.
you want to be the IT guy?
So,
Yeah.
I just
That's
realised that
basically what-
3 out of the 5 members of this podcast literally are the guys that say, have you tried turning it on and off again?
Holy
Often.
shit.
What do you mean?
You need
Well,
to
I
turn it
work-
off to then do-
I work in a call centre. He works in a call centre now, and Shannon works in a call centre for EB Games. So I work for IGA, Shannon works for EB Games, and he'll work for Telstra. So we're literally like the people hate.
So yeah.
Especially Dean.
Oh.
Oh.
Good morning, fucking Telstra.
Good morning. Oh, hello. Yes, I have a problem with my line. Business dictates I have to transfer you to India now.
Yeah, I told my dad, and he was like, "Oh, so do you have to put on an accent?"
Get to put on a what?
An accent. I was like, "No, they're allowed to understand me."
I'm actually updating my resume now because I found out that my company has just started hiring outside the country. So we've actually just lost 3 of our highest grade IT guys in our head office. So we don't have any people that actually help.
Hey, well,
anymore.
while you're at it, you want to do my job?
No, the position's gone. They fired them and the position's gone.
They've been
Which
made
really
redundant.
sucks because one of the guys, his wife's mother died from cancer. And
Holy
then,
shit.
wait for it, a month after that, his wife died from cancer. And then a month after that, he finally came back to work and then had a heart attack. And then he got fired the next day.
Fuck!
Yeah.
What a week.
What a week!
Yeah. That
You weren't
poor
paying
guy.
attention. It was a month after his mum died,
His wife's mom.
but his wife died. Oh, his wife's mum died.
His wife's mom.
Oh,
and
that's
then
not
his
too bad.
wife.
He got rid of the step demon. It's like, good mom.
You really shouldn't be joking.
Yeah, but
about
like
this.
he had to see his wife go through all that shit, and then he had to go through all that shit
Yeah.
because his wife
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
So and then he had a fucking heart attack. Was in a coma for 3 days. Woke up and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you lost your job."
Oh,
Yeah.
he woke up from. Oh shit!
He had a heart attack, went into a coma, an induced coma, and they fired him literally the afternoon he had a heart attack. But they didn't know, but they still fired him. And they're like, "You've got a month to go. Like, you've got a month to work." And he's like, "Well, I can't go back to
Wait,
work
okay,
because
so-
I'm in hospital and I'm not allowed to leave."
Fuck.
Yeah.
So wait. Was he fired or made redundant?
Well, made redundant, but
If
I
the
mean, like,
position, if
so
the
at
position
least
is
he got a
gone-
payout.
Yeah.
well, yeah, he gets a payout, but you don't know how big it is.
That's my fun thing about Aldi, because I never took many holidays, so they're paying me out my annual leave that I had
So
accrued.
you get your tax back
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean when you were like, oh, you get a Switch. I'm gonna get a Switch.
Yeah.
Because I had 76 hours accrued.
Can I borrow like $50?
Can you chow me a burrito?
So I get that,
Why is it that every time money comes into it, you're like,
So
dude,
it's-
that's a lot of burritos.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that means that I could get a burrito.
Yeah.
Man, tax returns, I could buy at least 3 burritos.
Dude, I was obsessed about a burrito when I came down here.
Oh my god.
'Cause-
Oh, I suppose, yeah, with Roma.
And sushi, I was like, damn!
You got the airport's juicy. That's how much you want a sushi.
Mm-hmm. It was bad
Fucking
salmon.
awful.
Well, it threw me for a loop because I was at a housewarming yesterday and someone from Roma was there, and I just finished work and I went to this housewarming, and we were talking about how I worked at Aldi, and he's like, "Oh, what's Aldi?" And it hit me. I was like, Roma doesn't fucking have an Aldi.
Yeah,
like,
but
they
like-
closed off from the fucking world.
I didn't know what Aldi was until my brother took me, like, maybe 5 years before I moved down here.
I didn't know Aldi was a thing until till I moved back to Harvey Bay.
Like, there's a lot of shit that you sort of cut off from in this.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, I know.
we did like regular Toowoomba trips, so I
Yeah.
guess that's why we did it.
I mean, like, I had regular trips, but my parents were still like, let's shop at Coles, let's shop at Woolies. Like, I knew about Coles and Woolies all the time.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But, like,
Well, we
Aldi-
always stayed at my
when-
grandmother's house, and
When
she
I
lives
first
down
heard of
the road
Aldi,
from-
I always thought it was like a
Woolies.
bulk buy.
So did
It
I.
was
Yeah.
originally like you could just bulk buy shit. Like you still can, but you can take the box. Our parents did it. You take the box of shit and take it. It was that cheap, and you can still do that. Like the barcodes, are the barcodes still on the boxes?
Oh, they've got numbers, not barcodes.
Okay, you know, you can just scan the box, like fucking. 10
No,
years
you
ago.
leave it in the trolley.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Anything with a yellow number, you can leave in the trolley, and they just type it on the register. We went to Aldi today. Fucking idiot served us.
Yeah, it's hilarious because he just
Oh
had his
my
last
God.
shift, and then we had like a really bad guy service.
First, right? So we're at this till. This guy's training. Like it literally says, in training.
Darren.
I'm not gonna say his name. Yeah, Darren. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Darren
fucking.
Dan, I think it was.
No, I know what it was.
What was it?
Started. I'll tell you later. Doesn't matter. But so we line up to this thing, and then he's just like doesn't give a fuck at all. He's just scanning items through, not talking to anybody, just doing whatever. Like not even talking to the customers, not saying hi, how you going, offering catalogs, nothing. He's just fucking going for it, and then whatever. He gets to ours, and he's just starting to scan it through, and I was like, oh, how you going? He's like, yeah, good. What are you doing? I was like, oh, not much. And he's like, cool. And just started scanning the stuff through. And if you scan something, or if you take something off that's worth more than $15, you have to get a manager's approval for it.
Yep.
And so he scanned a pack of Coke that was $20, scanned it twice, so then he took it off, and then he pressed FPOS. And he's just sitting there, just looking around, doing nothing, and it says approval for manager. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, you need the key for the manager. And he's like, oh. And looks at the guy in front of him in the other till, and he's like, hey, Jack. Jack doesn't fucking hear him because he's talking like Jack's next to him. He's like, hey, Jack. And then the customer behind me is like, oh, I don't think he can hear, mate. He's like, yeah, he's in his own little world. I was like, maybe you
Yeah,
fucking
he's-
speak up. And then he's like, he waited till it was like nearly silent in the fucking store. He's like, hey, Jack. And Jack's looking around like, what the fuck? He looks behind him, sees old man. He's like, I need your key. And he's like, oh, okay. And they fucking, oh, it's just like the worst fucking experience. I was like, how fucking, I don't know how unenthusiastic you can be when you first start a job. Because he'd be in his probationary period.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, it was infuriating going from my last day to seeing
He's
that
your
shit.
replacement.
Like he's the future, and it's like I shouldn't have left. If that's what's replacing me, that
Well, I
company's
guess
going
you'll
in the
better
ground.
start shopping at RGA.
Yeah, well, no.
I haven't seen. I know
Shit's
where one
expensive.
IGA is, like, and that's it down here.
It depends on really
I
what
only go to
IGA.
IGA on Sundays.
If you go to IGA,
Oh,
not
yeah.
Super IGA
Sundays.
or IGA Express, it's actually not that bad. They usually have pretty good specials on. And I only know that because
Don't trust that it's sponsored content.
I fucking
I
wish.
put all that shit through.
No, just sponsoring him. They pay his bills.
That's not sponsored.
Pay his bills.
Yeah, they pay everything, and then they pay me. So
Yeah, to work, not to sponsor on
No,
your shitty podcast
that's not
that
my
you do
job.
with 3 mates.
I found out the other day that I'm literally just an accountant that gets paid less. I'm so mad. But yeah. Sad.
You're an accountant? You got the same grades I did in math.
Yeah, no. But I've got a calculator. That's like legit. Like every time I heard that, I was always like, "Bitch, you know what? I've got Google and a calculator. I don't need it." And it's true.
You know how many apples Susie had?
At
Doesn't matter,
least
'cause I had a
two.
fucking calculator.
Doesn't matter because I'm gonna take all those apples.
Like, we couldn't even figure out what was like 72 take 18.
Huh?
We couldn't figure out 72 take
64.
18.
Oh wait, no. 54.
It's 54, yeah. And we're just like, we're like struggling. Like, it was really cold, but like,
Sound like an
Well,
idiot.
it's only
Fucking
because
going
like
on the internet.
when you've got to switch on your math brain because you're not always like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Brain.
this. But like when a math question comes up, you're like,
Literally that. Was
you're sort of like.
reality.
You're sort of like, do I even bother trying to
Yeah.
think about it? Like, that's my first thought.
Yeah.
It's like, do I switch over? Do I try?
Yeah.
And people are just like, what is it? I don't know. It's
See,
just like,
to me, my maths brain is constant. Like, I don't have to switch over or fucking reboot my brain or anything. I'm always
I do.
doing math problems in my head, and it fucking shits me off because I sound like a nerd. Like, I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, fucking 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4.
Is that
4
what
+
you
4
do in
is
your spare
8,
time?
4 + 8 is 16, yeah, and just keep going up like that. And it's just
I
like,
feel like you've got repressed
I-
shit going on.
well, no, I just sit there and I'm doing it whenever I'm bored. Like if I have nothing to do and I'm just sitting there,
Jesus.
like driving or something, I'll just do that. Or I'll be
Really?
like-
That's crazy.
I'll be like,
That's probably
When my mind
58,
gets free, I'm just like, I
16,
wonder
like-
what acid tastes like. Or some shit.
I'm like, why
So
don't
that's the difference between you and me.
I'm like, why don't my friends like me?
Jesus.
See,
I wonder what
when
Karen's
got-
doing right now, and then I'm just like, yeah, he's probably just sitting there.
Karen's like, I wonder what acid tastes like.
I don't know, but I
repetitive
know
stuff.
what fucking motor oil tastes like.
What?
He's
Yeah.
been in Roma, okay? He's
Ah,
seen
of
some
course.
shit.
I don't know if it was motor oil, but it was some.
No, it was motor oil.
But it was some.
Gone from motor oil
It
to
was some-
random black.
It was some clear oil
I was
that my dad had
Coconut oil.
in a Coke bottle, and I was like,
Oh,
"Water!" Ah!
Was it vinegar?
It was oil for something.
Clear
It was-
oil.
yeah, clear
You sure?
oil.
Lube?
It could have been a lubricant.
No, yeah,
lube
I know how you
is
feel
parents'
because like my dad also does that sort of shit and puts like stuff in labeled bottles, and I'm just like, oh, it could be like I'm usually like, oh, that's his Coke or that's his water, and you just grab it and you drink it, and then you
See,
like.
that's-
I've never had that happen to me, but it very well could have.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm so happy that my parents still have like children who are younger than 10. Because that's too dangerous to do that type
I
of
was
shit.
younger than 10 when it happened.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought you
meant the other
Like,
day.
you were visiting, yeah.
I was just like imagining like you going over and being like, oh yes, I need some water.
Okay, never mind then.
But yeah,
Bad
no,
idea.
my parents definitely did not change things just because I was born. Like, they were shitting, like, my entire house was a fucking minefield.
They're like, we had 3 other ones and they survived. He'll be fine.
It started with Anthony. They were like, oh, yeah, we'll be precious with him. And then it was like, Damien was like, oh, yeah, he can have some dirt on his hands. And then Vanessa, they were like,
It's actually kind of
a
crazy.
little bit more. And then Nathaniel, they're like, ah,
We-
he survives, he survives.
Let him bash cactuses
Yeah.
with blunt objects.
Yeah, no, I had a
Oh,
shark
he's cutting cactuses again. Oh, that's alright, just let him be.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. Yeah. But, it's actually kind of
that was the
crazy.
cactus with
Speaking
himself.
of, like,
Cactus?
like parents treating their children differently, is like, I went to Melbourne and saw my niece.
Right.
And my brother and his fiance, they treat my niece like she's the most fragile object in the world. She can't go outside by herself. Like she can't be left alone outside by herself, even if they're right there watching her. She can't be on the grass without them like physically controlling what she touches.
How old is she?
She's a toddler, but the thing is like
How old is she?
she's
2 or
like
3.
a year, a year and a bit.
Nathaniel's like, don't ask me these questions.
She's just had a
What is
first-
she,
we-
my niece?
We went down there for her first birthday.
Okay.
So she would have been one at the time.
Well, that's...
Yes, that's how that
no,
works.
but look at it this way.
I mean,
right?
yeah, I can understand what you're saying.
But the thing is,
She's also one.
yeah, but like, you would understand if you saw exactly how she was going.
Yeah,
they were going
it's-
about. Like it's
No,
really like sort
I
of like.
understand what you're
It's
saying.
like she's made
nitpicky.
of porcelain.
And they're like, okay, we have to like hold her this way. We have to make her sleep like this. If she cries this many times, that's too many times. We've got there's something wrong with her now. We've just diagnosed that, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like they parent off books,
There
not off
are-
instinct.
Yeah, there are certain. Why would you do that? That's a horrible idea.
But then I go out to Roma, and I go to my family friend's daughter's first birthday, and they just have her sitting on the fucking.
Keena, not.
Are you aware this is an audio podcast? Some guy's sitting there with fucking headphones and all he hears bang in his fucking ears.
And he's like, "This is what I paid Patreon for."
These assholes are dumb.
But they but basically, Q Roma baby. It's her first birthday. They've got her sitting on a tarp on the ground. She's dropped her jelly, right? Now she's like eating her birthday cake. She drops her birthday cake. She steps to her birthday cake and her jelly, and she starts eating it again.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, "Ah, cute." And I'm like, wow, there's a huge difference.
I mean,
All right,
look,
one sounds. They're both extreme.
Yeah.
One is it could eat razor blades, and we would be cute.
Okay, no, you're taking that very differently. If a child eats jelly and cake mixed together that they've stood in, that is not the same as a fucking razor blade. Two sweet things that got mushed together by their foot is gonna just.
That's just like, why?
It's just gonna, it's just gonna, give them some good stuff and boost their immune system because it's got a bit of dirt.
Yeah, I think kids really need that.
Yeah,
Don't get me
you
wrong.
need to boost your immune system when you're young. Don't eat razor blades, but
Karen, stop!
If they've got dirt on them, it's good.
But step in
Lick
your
'em.
jelly,
Just lick 'em,
step
that's
in your
all.
jelly, step in your birthday cake, but also don't.
But I was just like, man,
Yeah.
if I like all of these other people that I know that have got kids, I'm just like, they would never let
that's the thing.
Like-
Like, do they have older children?
them. No,
Oh, so that's their first. Ah,
like it just. It's,
Okay,
I guess
then
it's
right
like there's a difference between people who are like,
It
I'm
is.
really scared of raising a kid, so I'm gonna look up this and I'm gonna like
it also
read
depends
this
on how
book.
you're.
And then there's other people who
raised.
is like, well, I was raised this way
Yeah.
and I'm comfortable
Yeah.
with raising my child that way. So it's like,
If my kid fucking fell over, I'm not gonna be like, "Are you okay?" Because that's gonna make them think like, "Oh,
I
I can
remember.
react." You just sit there and
see,
you go, "Get it."
I
mate."
remember when we were at your place and your twin sisters, one of them fell over and I went to go like, oh, are you alright? And you're like, no, don't do that. Because you're like,
That-
she doesn't feel pain unless you tell her that it should be
that
painful.
teaches them to react to it. If they fall over, or if they fucking like if they skin their knee, or if they fucking hit their head as they're running past something.
Yeah,
Unless they're genuinely hurt, you don't have to react.
yeah.
See, I also have a story about that. when
He's cut his face open.
No. When I was at when I was
cut his face open.
yeah, well, I do have a scar, but
Lots of scars from me. Sorry.
yeah.
I don't know how I got these scars, Keena.
So when I was at your place, did you have a
In Roma.
in Rome, your counter? It had a little bit that hung off. Yes.
In the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were sitting in the lounge room,
Right.
and one of them was sprinting, and went cronk on their forehead, laid themselves the fuck out, and I was like, damn! And you were like, shut the fuck up, don't say a thing. She's gonna start screaming if you even look at her.
I
Just
mean, that-
pretend it didn't happen. And I was like, okay.
That sounds like
Brain
something they
damage.
would do, and that also sounds like something I would say.
And then you know how when you knock a counter, and then like you're laid the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just dazed.
Yeah.
You don't feel it. You're
Okay.
just like, oh,
Well then,
fuck.
there must have been some like reverberating like something happened, because then like as she stood up, a glass just went on her foot. It didn't break because it was like a plastic cup, and she was just like, huh. And I was like, I have to not react.
That's some fucking exaggerated movie.
Right.
Like, as they're trying to get up, just bad shit keeps happening.
That just reminds me of
Mario Kart.
the
Fucking
very
cat just comes out of nowhere and hits him in the face, and then they're like, don't go to
react,
stand back
Byron.
up, and then they just get like taken out by a fucking motorbike.
That just reminds me of like the fucking opening of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Boyle drops his cupcake, then goes to pick it up and hits himself on the head, and then steps in his cupcake. That's my lordy.
Yeah, no, look. And they're better for it. Grace is a tough ass, and Olivia is a mummy's bitch, but yeah.
What else have you been up to?
She can still take a hit. I bought an electric toothbrush.
My mum also did that.
I did not know where that was going to go. I'm like, electric guitar, electric, like...
No.
Toothbrush.
Is it from Wish?
Tax return? Not come through. No, yeah,
Cool.
electric toothbrush. Oh,
How's that
man.
white life treating
It's
you?
so fun. I've never been... And this is an intended innuendo. I've never been more excited to put something in my mouth.
I have a
for
question.
a very long time.
I have a question really quick. When was the last time you went to the dentist?
Oh,
That's not fair. It's irrelevant.
I can't think.
How much did the electric toothbrush cost you?
$45.
Okay, do you have health insurance at all?
Yeah, but I don't use it.
It's cheaper to just go
I've
to a
got
dentist.
I got Bupa, but what? I can't get an electric toothbrush.
You can't get superior dental cleaning.
I've been to the dentist since I was in grade 6.
You really should go at least once every 2 years.
You know what?
I don't have that kind of money.
You know what? You do you. You do you, fam.
I haven't been to the dentist in so long, and I don't have any fillings. How many do you have? Yeah, that's right.
I feel like there's a reason for that.
It's not flawed.
I
Shut
haven't been
up.
to the doctor, and I'm completely healthy.
Yeah, no one's told me otherwise.
I fucking love that meme about the apple, and then he has the
He's got
Infinity
the
Gauntlet on, and then the doctor starts disappearing.
Oh, yes.
Holiday keeps the doctor away. Amazing.
Pretty good.
What have you been up to, Kyron, since you've been in Roma?
I rewatched all of the Marvel Netflix shows.
Okay. Because
Christ.
Luke Cage came out.
No.
Or you
The
So
latter.
I wanted to keep watching shit, and Annika hadn't seen anything, and so I was like, might as well fucking show you it all. So
Did
you're
you
not.
not watch anything when we watched it? Maybe.
Oh, she watched Punisher and Defenders with us, but she didn't understand shit, and she kept asking me questions, and I was like, I don't have time to keep answering questions. There's stuff happening.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Don't you just fucking hate it when someone's watching a TV show with you and you're you know more about
Watching
the
it for the first time.
No, they're watching it for the first time.
Yeah,
And you know about the backstory, but this is new stuff to you as well.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are they going to do next?
Yeah.
Well, what are they doing
Yeah.
now? And you're like, I don't know.
Well, I watched Infinity War with Georgie, and she's like, "So who's that?" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! They're dying."
Can't you see I'm weeping here?
I'm so.
Can't you
upset.
see a
She's
morning
like,
man?
Why does that mean something? And I was like, "You fucking."
I don't do that. Like I realized that what was it last weekend? They were watching Hemlock Grove. I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but I'm like, "Hey, see, what's the fuck going on?" It's like
I just watch it and see what I can pick up.
yeah.
I just made it.
so
I just made a
they're
deal with
playing.
Annika when we went to the movies together to watch Infinity War. I said, if you don't ask me any questions throughout the entire movie, save them till later, I will buy you ice cream. It worked.
Fucking child. If you're very good, I will buy you ice cream and maybe Macca's for dinner.
This is the thing. I don't know why people do that in the cinema. Like, oh, who's this person? Like in this, it's just annoying in the cinema. Like, I get it home, but like, don't talk during the movie.
Well, that's part of the reason why I tried to get Georgie to watch all of the Star Wars movies. We watched them in the wrong order. I started from number 1, but like,
You really gave her a good taste of the series.
yeah, well, she was actually kind of okay with it. Like, apart from the bad acting, like the fight scenes were there.
Yeah.
She's gonna watch number 4, and she's gonna be like, this is horrible effects.
Yeah, we watched them in order. 'Cause we went from like the Mustafa fight, which is pretty cool. Like it flips and shit and cool and like really fast lightsaber, to the lightsaber fight in episode 4,
Yeah.
which is just the worst.
Well, to be fair, like, I think it was portraying more that he's old and weak.
No, that moment was just bad choreography.
No, it was just bad. Like, do you remember? He
They had
raises
that
his lightsaber, and then the other one comes up and hits it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're not actually battling. He's just like, I raise, you're cute to fucking hit my sword, okay? I chopped. Oh, and you've
Isn't that
blocked.
actor a Sir? Wait, he's dead. Wasn't that actor a Sir? Like a knight?
Yeah.
He was knighted.
So Alec McGuinness.
That's it. Yeah, no. What,
So, a knight that couldn't use a sword.
That
So Jedi Knight.
the one that played Obi-Wan.
yeah, Alec McGuinness.
Yeah. No, but the graphics were horrible because whenever doors opened, it was like they would freeze frame it.
Yeah.
So like everything would stand still, the door would move, and then people would start moving again.
Because automatic door didn't exist in the 70s.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't realise
but
that.
like just seeing those graphics, it's like wow, this is.
I didn't realise like automatic doors were a recent invention because they've been around my entire life.
Yeah,
Looks
because
like
before
TV.
automatic doors, they just had the rotating doors. That was their automatic door.
That's not automatic. You have to go through it.
Yeah, I know, but like
It's close as you get.
it's the closest that they had. That's why they were so
You
popular.
can't close a revolving door behind someone or in front of someone.
But it lets all the fucking aircon out.
No, it doesn't. It cycles in the background.
Cycles in the background.
It gets caught in that little triangle chunk, alright? And then it goes spinny, and then it gets back in there. It's fine.
It's gonna go out first, and then
No.
you bring the hot air back in.
Have you ever seen those like
Physics are
river?
flawless.
Have you ever seen a river wheel? Those things that like
A river wheel.
You mean a water wheel?
water wheel. Isn't that the same thing?
It's not called a river wheel.
It is if it's in a river.
It's still a water wheel.
Water wheel can be in any bits of water.
What if it's a muddy?
It's not specifically
not gonna
for
be there.
rivers, though. They're not going to be like, I need a river wheel. I got a river. You sure it's not a pond? Nah, it's a fucking river, I'll tell ya.
Sure, it's not a creek.
I don't know about
It's
you
a
guys,
crack.
but river wheels have unlimited energy. Kinda.
Shut up.
Oh, speaking of that, has anybody seen the first episode of Dragon Ball Heroes?
Super Dragon Ball Hero, the Prison Planet arc. Yes, I have.
Wait, what?
The first episode's out.
What?
It's a promotional anime, like 10 minutes long.
Where?
I don't know. I saw it on Facebook.
I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
The first episode, they have Super Saiyan 4 Goku fight Super Saiyan Blue Goku.
Oh, who won?
None of them.
Well, that's...
Because Fu comes out of nowhere, like, haha, you trapped bitches.
Yeah, right at the start, he's like, I'm Trunks' friend, and then they're like, we don't believe you, and then we get to the prison planet, and then he's like, haha, plot twist, I'm not Trunks' friend, they're like, we know.
And then Fu's like, I have another angry Saiyan right behind me.
Yeah, and then there was also like, hey, look, Cool is here.
Yeah, for some reason. Cool, like the big selling point of this arc for whatever reason. Probably because they're gonna go golden cooler, or maybe silver
Right.
cooler.
But, or do that really weird thing that they do in a lot of fan animes, and is like, super coolify. the fifth form.
The sixth. He's already in fifth form.
Oh, really?
You already
Yeah.
got to fifth.
Oh, that's true. The sixth form.
Golden
It's golden.
sixth form.
Also, King Cool is in it because I saw
King Cold.
Yeah, King Cold. I mean, I've seen like on the.
Is that his
there's-
final form?
That's his second form.
King Cold.
Yeah, probably. They haven't
So why
confirmed.
did he
was-
fucking transform against
There was an
Trunks?
Because he
anime.
knew he was fucked.
There's a really cool anime
Still,
where
you'd
oh, well,
probably
not anime, a manga, fan-made manga, where Frieza kills Ginyu, but just as he was dying, Ginyu changes bodies with like one of Frieza's soldiers, and he works his way up to get to King Cold and pretends to be Frieza's dad and gets real fucking strong, surpasses Frieza and Cooler, and then he fights. It was like a really fucked up manga, by the way. So he ends up fighting Vegeta's daughter. Vegeta's daughter, because in this
Pre-retcon, yeah.
yeah, in this it was Vegito never defused,
Right.
and
So who
Chi-Chi couldn't bear to be with someone who wasn't Goku, but Bulma could, and they still ended up having bra. So it was Goku and Vegeta's daughter with Bulma
That's who?
versus King Cold, who was actually
Who was
Ginyu.
Ginyu.
Yeah. And he ends up changing bodies with Vegeta's daughter. It's really fucking weird. So Vegeta's daughter ends up being King Cold.
Ends up being King Cold or
Yeah.
being Ginyu?
Well, King Cold.
In King Cold's body.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
But he in this like King Cold's like in sixth form and shit. It's crazy. And Vegeta's daughter like beats the shit out of him in her base form, and then goes Super Saiyan 1 and beats the shit out of him even more. But then he just goes change now, and she's like, oh fuck.
Oh fuck! I can move at.
So Ginyu is Vegeta's daughter. Is what you're saying?
Pretty much.
I can move at.
That's a sentence I never thought like be said ever.
She can move at probably millions of times the speed of light.
It was crazy.
But I can't change. I can't get away from this.
Change now.
I can't get away from this shitty purple man.
She has to do the 10-minute long anime stare. Oh no!
But the thing is, the really cool thing about Vegeta's daughter is that they convey her to be like 3 times as
She
strong
got a big
as
dick
Vegeta.
like Goku then?
she's stronger than Vegeta, so she's like
Oh.
a little kid, and she's like Trunks and Gohan's half sister.
Yeah.
And actually, I guess Trunks' full sister and Gohan's half sister.
Well, no, because Trunks' dad isn't Vegeta.
I guess.
So it's like...
I guess like 3/4
Yeah.
sister.
Really? 2/3 sister. Come on.
Yeah, I guess. It's
Yeah.
fucking
This is
weird.
some trailer park family.
Yeah.
1/3 Gohan's sister.
But basically, Gohan's like, you gotta stop being a cocky cunt, brah. And then brah's like, yeah, no, fight me. And then Gohan's like, you can't step to me. And she's like, I think I can. Anyway, that's a story for another time, but I would recommend it.
You just said the
No,
story.
there's more to it. But
Yeah.
You know, the Dragon Ball Heroes.
Then
is weird.
Ginyu fucks Chi-Chi as Vegeto's daughter.
Goku
They
black
have a
comes
kid.
and Ginyu's like, change now! And then she's like, Goku, you're back! And then Ginyu's like,
They have a kid, and it's
Ribbit.
Frieza's half-brother.
it's Cell's dad.
Cell's dad.
It's Jiro.
Fucking plot twist though, unlimited energy. What are you gonna do? Then Jiren comes out of fucking nowhere. No, that's alright.
And then King Cold goes Ultra Instinct.
Ew.
and then Oob shows up.
Just
And he fucks Master
and then-
Roshi.
No, and then someone turns him inside out, and they all start calling him Boo. And then Boo's like, you know Boo!
Then they defeat the clown, and it ends in a massive orgy,
It's like Sensei.
symbolizing their transition into
I can
adulthood.
fucking see this happening though in this manga.
I'm visualizing all of this, and it's not good.
Oh fuck.
So the point of all this is we have all that, but we don't have Namek Saga Vegeta.
Right.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't be doing it.
I'm slightly more annoyed.
Why don't we have
Because-
Vegeta amiibos?
No, that I realized that I have a Badman Vegeta, and it was in storage for a while, so I forgot I had it. And I was like, huh, they made Badman Vegeta, and wrong coloring, like
On entry.
yeah, like the planet
Oh, not
something.
even on entry. Yeah, the
It's where he had
the
that
shit.
fucking like brown
Orange
hair and
hair,
like
green
the
eye,
green
the
and then
orange
yeah,
shoulder
the-
pads.
they've made
correct, yeah.
they've made that.
like first Vegeta.
Yeah.
They've made On Arrival and Badman. They don't have Super.
They don't have.
They don't have
Super
margin?
blue.
anything
Namek?
else besides those shitty shoulder pads.
Yeah, the
I
best.
don't know about
the
you,
best
but I want
ones
more
on
Vegeta
entry.
amiibos.
That'd be cool.
I want more ambios. Just more ambios, please.
What did you say Ambio sounded like again?
A drug.
A drug.
What the fuck is Ambio?
What he was calling amiibos last week because he never heard it before.
I only called them Ambios because that's what iDubbbz pronounce them like, and it's in my head.
Yeah.
I never
I
used
was
them
like, is there
outside
something
that.
else that I haven't heard?
No, it's an ambio.
Fair enough.
So, who else was into things?
Should
Who are we up to?
we wrap this train?
We're up to fucking King Cold, man.
King Cold 6.
King Cold fucked
You were
elementary
like,
Vegeta.
What did you think of that Dragon Ball Super episode? A Dragon Ball Heroes episode.
Dude, okay, so it's basically Dragon Ball Super, but if you don't care about anybody, what the fuck is up with Vegeta's outfit?
What's he wearing? Are they
Okay,
gonna make a vine?
no, it's the same thing, except he's got weird, like, pads coming down the side.
Like on entry?
Oh,
And also, they don't explain why.
Oh,
Trunks-
is it like Timebreaker Bardock?
Maybe.
I think, yeah.
But like the weird thing is that Goku's also wearing like normal Goku clothes, but he's instead of like the normal orange gi, he's got like the Whis gi on top.
But then it's the Capsule Corp.
Yeah, he's got Capsule Corp
Logo.
logo on it, and it's like the Whis gi with the blue shirt underneath.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't that like God Goku? Wasn't that a thing?
Xeno Goku? You mean?
Yeah. That
Xeno Goku Super Saiyan 4
that's,
Goku.
he went Super Saiyan 4.
Okay.
Xeno Goku is basically the Goku that experienced every timeline.
Well,
It's supposed to be.
he can, like, he's a,
Depends on what time, I guess.
yeah, he's Time Patroller, as well.
I remember
so
they,
he's
like-
gone Super Saiyan God, but then he's gone Super Saiyan 4. He didn't go blue, he went 4, but he still has Super Saiyan God.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got a weird power. Like it's,
Yeah.
he didn't go 3, 4. It's God 4. But he's never gone God again.
God. Or
He's the
Blue?
Goku from
God.
the games. He's the Goku from Xenoverse. He's the Goku from...
No, he's not that Goku.
He's
He's not Goku again.
Oh, fucking hell. He's the Goku from Dragon Ball Heroes.
Yeah.
But
And then they introduced.
the thing I didn't like about it mostly was they did not explain why the fuck Trunks was there. Because he was just there.
You let the end of the episode like, I'm trapped.
Yeah, he was like, Trunks, where's Trunks, everybody? And, like, Mai's on Whis' planet. And
Yeah,
they're
that
like,
was
what
weird.
the
She comes
fuck?
running out of nowhere, just like, hey,
Oh, yeah,
help,
and
Trunks is
Fu,
trapped.
Fu shows up and he's just like, fuck Trunks. And they're like, why? And he's like, because he played with time. Ah! It's like, isn't that what you're doing, Fu? And he's like, fuck off. He's immortal, okay? He's just a normal guy, and I'm not. And then that's
Who the fuck is Fu?
Fu is Mira and
Toa.
Toa's son.
Alright.
And the rightful heir to the throne. He is Deborah's grandchild.
Okay.
He's probably going to be in Xenoverse 3. He's been in the Xenoverse 2
DLC.
DLC pack.
Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Let's wrap that.
and I platinumed Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Origins.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Odyssey. Not even out yet. Fuck yeah. Moving on to
Platinum the
DLC.
fuck out of it.
Yeah, no, Origins.
I wish you could just do that.
Um,
Travel in time, like Trunks. Get some cool games. I want Smash already.
well, you can get the. Oh no.
So it'll drive you fuckers home.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I
Yeah.
start my new job tomorrow.
Kyron has to get up super early.
Anyway, let's wrap this up.
It takes me 40 minutes to get to yours and then 40 minutes to get to mine.
Okay.
I can take
It's like 20 minutes. So.
Still.
Well, people don't care about it.
I think they
Drive
do.
home.
So, like the plane. God, no.
All 3 people that watch this.
Which is some of us.
There's got to be some overlap.
Alrighty, if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. Probably didn't. We didn't talk about anything really. Talked about Brisbane nightlife
If you
and
made it this far, click the
amusement
like
parks.
button.
Leave a comment below saying what's your favourite part of your favourite city or least favourite city.
Let's be real, if they made it this far, they're probably not going to click the like button.
Just don't hit the dislike button, please. Minimum.
Email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com if you have any questions for the show that you want us to read it out, and we'll give you whatever you say. If you say, hey, I like this thing, do you like this thing? We'll say, yeah, we like this thing, or we don't.
If you comment, we'll heart react your comments.
We got a new comment, I should heart react their comment. It was really weird.
What did it say?
It said, like,
Don't call out the one person who was nice enough to leave a comment.
no. I'm just saying it's an odd comment. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying it's odd because it's a YouTube comment, so it doesn't have any like proper sentence structure. It's like it was the comment on our Zelda video that we put up last week, and it said, yeah, something along the lines of like, Zelda Breath of the Wild is we made it the best game ever, didn't we? And because of that, make great content. I'm like, okay, mate.
Cool.
Fuck. Yes, and.
Yes. Sir.
Sure. Yes, you did, mate.
Be sure to check out patreon.com/amalgam show. Check out the tiers there. If you want to subscribe, that'd be cool. We'd appreciate the $1 at the very least.
Holla holla.
What else is there? There's be sure to check out Amalgam's Game Lab. We're not doing one this week because Shannon's dead. But yeah, that'll be hopefully next week.
We'll gather the Dragon Balls and bring them back next week.
Sorry?
I said we'll gather the Dragon Balls and bring them back next week.
Got him.
You said he's dead, but I can't say we'll gather the Dragon Balls?
Nah.
Get rid of yourself.
You're not that dead.
Delete yourself.
I've already done that.
Yeah.
Keena cancelled.
Good.
Keena's
No one can
cancelled.
cancel me except me. And I did that.
Ain't true. I am related.
You know how that works.
What?
Keena's like, I'm your elder!
Outro.
Yeah,
Bye.
let's just wrap this up.
Bye.